welcome to my channel. Well, I received a package from Chris Capune, and he is, this was pretty interesting too, to have like a little card, like a business card. I didn't think about that. And it's got his email address on there also. But he said he was sending me something, and he didn't say what it was. And he said, let me know how this compares to your original, the original one you had. And I'm like, I had no idea what he was talking about, you know. So I got the package, and I opened it up, and I went, oh my God, because this was my favorite version of the Leatherman tools. I started off, I used to have a huge collection. Not completely, you know, complete, but I mean, as far as like using tools, which is, you know, before I was even collecting, I started off with the original Leatherman Super Tool, you know, and then I went with like each different one that they came up with until they hit the wave. And when I got the wave, I said, that's it, you know. Mine came in a leather pouch, but it wasn't brown, it was black, like this. But this is patent pending. Geosync Tech Consultant. But I can tell right now, this is the way this thing's open. It's brand new. Because mine was almost like a ballad song, loose, getting it open. And the tool that I had broke on mine was this thing right here. This little small screwdriver. Now, you know, these are brand new. I'm gonna have to grow some fingernails. Getting those tools out is not gonna be easy. But maybe, oh yeah, that's how you do it. You grab them by this. I was trying to grab it by something else. This piece right here I was using at work. When I was working at Ratco, and we'd punch holes in aluminum tubes to put fittings in there for air compressors, whatever, you know, air fittings. And there'd be a little sprue that wouldn't always come out of there, and you'd have to dig it out. Well, you didn't always have a tool, and I stupidly started using my Leatherman to do that. And I got in there and I broke the tip off of it. Well, it was still perfectly, you know, functional. Sorry. It's still a perfectly functional tool. So I use it, you know, these are replaceable too. If you break them, you know, you can get it replaced and all that. I didn't do that. I kept using it. And I was at work, and I had at another job. This is when I went to work at the fiberglass place. And I didn't have it in the pouch because I didn't have a belt on, so I had it in my cargo pocket. And I was doing really physical labor, which was, you know, pushing my knee down into compressing a 25-foot coiled tube of various lengths down into a small container. And a lot of times I had to get my body weight in there, which I don't weigh that much. But I get my knee in there, and I get my whole body in, and I'd push it in, you know, compress the thing down, and then you'd have to get these wire wraps, you know, like giant twist ties, and put them on there and twist it on. And hopefully it held all together, and you pull it out, and here'd be coming another one, you know. So I was doing that, and at the end of the day, when I got home, I noticed my Leatherman was gone. And the next day when I got up there, I looked, and I couldn't find where I was working. Nobody reported it missing, you know, or anything like that. So my thought was that it fell inside one of those tubes. And here's some construction guy out there working, and he's going to open up this bag, you know, and he's got to do, oh, I got to work in the attic. It's hot, and I got to work with connect this ducting up, and like, boom, this falls out. And he goes, oh, wow, what a freebie. You know, so whoever got that knife for free, or who found it at work and didn't report it or whatever, eventually, finally, I got one back. And as far as multi-tools go, to me, this was the best version of it, because uh, the way it gripped, and mainly because of the pliers. That's why I got the Nipix, because the Nipix still didn't combine, you know, like this is like needle nose, combined with this, combined with wire cutter, and I don't know, I just love this as a multi-tool, you know, it's just, that was my favorite. And I couldn't get it after, I lost the other ones, because these things went up in price. Now they're way over $100. And yeah, they're good, but I mean, if you just need a tool, I've been getting, I've had other things, you know, like the last thing that I had that's even close to this is a Gerber knockoff. Let me go grab that thing. Yeah, it's this thing, which, you know, you can make it more compact by squeezing this down. It just feels inexpensive. You know, it's got this point. It's not rounded anymore. You know. Yeah, I mean, it's got some things about it and stuff. This was originally designed for working with explosives. You had this here to push into for your C4, and this would like crimp a blasting cap and stuff. I don't work around that. I was just, you know, like, oh, I need a multi-tool or whatever, and this is inexpensive. I think it was a knockoff of a Gerber. So once you've had something better, it's hard to go back to these. But I mean, again, I figured if I was going to lose something, if I'd have lost this one, it would have been, oh well, you know, I lost that. Whereas this one, all the other ones were stolen from me, lost or stolen. I didn't sell a single one of them. So this is really, I thank you a lot for that, because I don't know if I'd ever gotten around to replacing it, because the price goes up and stuff. But you have all your standard stuff in there, you know, like a fairly decent little blade, little lock, and you got a little liner lock that protects it. Another thing that I missed, that a lot of tools don't have, is this diamond file on it. You've got, you know, like a cross cut and then a very fine thing on it that you can sharpen up other knives with, and it's very useful. Then you've got a serrated over here somewhere. Here it is. You've got a nice serrated blade here. I'll get this off of it, that's no problem. But yeah, of course it locks too, you know. All these tools up here in the front lock, and then on the inside you've got other tools like a little scissors, the smaller, I mean a medium size, all these other different little screwdrivers and stuff. It's brand new, so you have to see, there's even a smaller one. It wasn't that one I broke off, it was this one. This guy hiding in here. Let me get back. I'm trying to do this too. Ow. Ow. Don't know exactly how I'm going to get that guy out without another tool. I want to use a screwdriver blade. Let's get in there and take it out. There we go. That's the one I broke. I thought I broke this one, but I broke this one, which is like the screw, you know, the eyeglass type of small screw. And then on this side, you've got another flathead screwdriver, a Phillips, and a can opener. I think, isn't there a saw in here somewhere? Or am I just imagining it? Oh, look. I don't know. Maybe the serrated thing is what I thought was a saw. I thought there was a saw blade in here, right? Could be mistaken. Easily mistaken. Let's see if you can lose a fingernail. Yeah, so there's your can opener. Nice and sharp. Phillips guy and this. You can use this back a little bit to crimp stuff too. And they wear in, you know, like right now these joints are a little bit stiff, but that's because it's brand new. So, yeah, this is awesome. Again, sorry, I'm just, you know, looking at it and amazed at it, like I said, because it's really something that I lost and never thought I would replace, you know. So once again, man, thank you, Chris. This is totally awesome, and I appreciate that. I'll have to send you some locks because I've got plenty of extra locks left over. But yeah, there you go. Just another example of the awesome subscribers and viewers that I've got. And yeah, check him out. Subscribe to him if you want to check out a bunch of different lock picking stuff that he does. And he's got a cat, as you can see. See, there's a cat in there. There's a cat involved. And yeah, thank you, man. I'm gonna definitely not carry this without the sheath. If it's with me, it's going to not just be carried loosely because I don't want to lose this guy. And I would always say, where's my Leatherman? You know, because I've had one since the 80s when I was first married. I'd say, have you seen my Leatherman? Where's my Leatherman? Because I got used to having a multi-tool on me, mainly for the pliers. But you've got everything. You've got a plier, you've got regular blades, serrated blades, screwdrivers. I mean, it's like a souped-up version of a Swiss Army knife, you know. The main difference is you've got big functional pliers. I don't know how many times this needle nose came in handy, or these wire cutters, or this, even though it's not great for, you know, removing bolts or something like that. They're not the perfect ones, but they're great for what they do as a multi-tool. So there you go. I've run my mouth long enough. I'm just surprised, and happily surprised anyway. So thank you, Chris. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and have a nice day.